Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. Today we are reviewing the new Black Series Ahsoka number 4 Morgan Elsbeth, sent to us by our good friends over at Hasbro in that Ahsoka promo mailer box. And here she is, and the packaging, as you can see, she doesn't really come with much of anything. And by doesn't really come with much of anything, disappointingly comes with absolutely nothing at all. Which is kind of weird because this isn't our first interaction with this character within Star Wars. Of course, she first appeared in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, the episode which also debuted Ahsoka's live-action debut, played by Rosario Dawson, which was a very awesome episode. Now then, I don't think we ever got Elsbeth's name. I think we just got the Magistrate or an Imperial or Warlord. It was just vague titles that weren't actual names to the character. And then, of course, Ahsoka and the Magistrate faced off. And Din Djarin ended up leaving with some new questions, a new place to go, and a spear made of beskar, which would have been a very fitting accessory to come with this character. Or maybe the map, or some glowing green hand magic-y effects like they did in Marvel Legends with the Loki figures or something, you know? Just something simple. I don't need much here, Hasbro. Just, you know, anything at all. As much as I like this figure, and I feel as though the figure itself, they nailed it. She looks very good. The face sculpt looks fantastic, especially from inside of the packaging. So we'll take a closer look once she's out. But other than that, the release itself is pretty dull because there was lots of good options now that we've seen Ahsoka, even in the first few episodes, that I don't necessarily think would have been spoilers or even meaningful spoilers of any kind, just to get an accessory. And as much as they like to recycle accessories and recycle character releases, I mean, was it really too much to ask for the beskar spear, despite this not being that version of Morgan Elsbeth, just so she comes with something? I don't think that's asking too much, but that's just me. Anyway, disappointingly, lack of accessories aside, like I said, the figure looks pretty good. So here she is in that packaging, open window packaging, back to the bubble, baby. On the side, you got that side profile panel art of Morgan. On the back, there it is again, plus some words and things. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here she is out of the packaging. And like I said, it's a good looking figure. Sculpt-wise, I think they did a pretty good job on capturing the likeness of Morgan Elsbeth. That face sculpt looks very, very good and very screen accurate. They even got the little highlight bits in her hair. So they did a really good job sculpting this figure. And you've got all the different patterns and cross patterns from all the internal layers of the robes she's wearing, which we now know are Night Sister robes. Spoiler alert in case you haven't actually seen Ahsoka, but yeah, she is a Night Sister apparently, and not Marin. So it appears Marin is not the only surviving Night Sister. I wonder if in these Disney Plus series, we're going to start finding more just scattered Night Sisters across the galaxy that survived General Grievous's purge, much like we're getting with Order 66 and those flashbacks. Like, nope, this Jedi survived too. Nope, this other Jedi survived too. Also, this other Jedi survived too. And I wonder if we'll get a similar thing with the Night Sisters, since it turns out Morgan is also a surviving Night Sister in addition to Marin from the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor series of video games. That aside, she's cool. Head is on a ball joint. Neck is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulder. Single jointed elbows. Wrist joints. Waist. Hips. Upper thigh, single jointed knees, ankle joints, and that's pretty much it for articulation on the figure. I will say figure-wise, I do like that they went to the effort to spread this lower layer of wraps that, you know, make that bottom skirt part of her outfit. But since there's no accessories with this figure whatsoever, the next thing is, why wasn't this in cloth goods? Since we know they can do this in cloth goods, and it would be like 4 little bits of fabric. Now, I know that that's more expensive probably to produce than to simply have the plastic molded or whatever. But since we've already saved money on the accessories, I'm just wondering where the rest of the value went into this figure other than the very nice sculpt. Because while this is a very nice sculpt, this is very well done, the lack of accessories kind of put a ding in it for me, unfortunately. And that's kind of a shame, because as prices are rising in collectibles and we're trying to make the best financial decisions we can while also still trying to collect in the hobby we very much love, which is Star Wars here, there's got to be some kind of justification to the cost. And her being a $25 to $30 figure retail with 0 accessories whatsoever, honestly, having a really good face sculpt for a character like this just simply isn't enough, I don't think. So hopefully we've got another release of Morgan coming from towards the end of the season. I'll spare you guys the spoilers of that. It's very cool, but there's also some very cool potential accessories that could come with that, and some other changes to the sculpt as well that could come with that I'm very much looking forward to, if this was a softball leading up to that awesome pitch. We'll see. Who knows? We'll just have to hold out hope, and maybe there is another and better release of Morgan's Elsbeth coming in the future for Black Series collectors, and not just for Black Series collectors. Although we haven't done the review for her VC figure yet, the VC Morgan Elsbeth is in the same boat as this one. And if I remember correctly, it came with absolutely nothing as well. So stay tuned for that review. We will be getting to that review at some point in the near future. Just hopefully the next release for Morgan Elsbeth for Star Wars collectors is better across the board and not just a really pretty face. Because honestly, that's all this figure really is, unfortunately, is just a really pretty face. And it is. Great job, Hasbro. Seriously, great job. Don't take this completely negative. It's just, where's the rest of it? Something's clearly missing here, is all I'm saying. And real quick for comparison, here she is with one of her HK-87 assassin droids. Now this is the one from the Mandalorian, which she had with her on Navarro in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Unfortunately, they were quickly cut down by Ahsoka. Speaking of Ahsoka, here she is next to Ahsoka. So you can see the two side by side. And so she's not completely helpless, because she's not going to be much of a match for Ahsoka without, you know, a weapon of any kind. I did snag my Quicksilver spear from my Captain Phasma. So while it's not perfect, is that so hard? I mean, no, it's not quite the right spear, but hey, it's better than nothing. You know, it's just simple plastic rod. That's all I asked for, Hasbro. That's all I needed. Now you can actually have them face off, which looks very cool. You know what? I almost forgot. She did come with something. This little plastic gap filler to put right in here for when she's in the bubble, so like you can actually keep the skirt and the legs posed together properly. So yeah, she did come with something. My bad. I apologize for my previous statements, as she did actually get an accessory. So in case you're having trouble, you know, displaying her with her, you know, skirt here, you can do that with that little plastic piece. So yeah, there is that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring Morgan Elsbeth. Hasbro, despite me, you know, critiquing a little bit here, I still like the figure. Thank you for sending it to us. please don't stop sending us figures because, you know, some of the releases in that box were a little bit better than this one. So it's just unfortunate that, you know, she came with nothing. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Black Series Ahsoka number 4 Morgan Elsbeth. Despite her not really coming with anything at all, like I said, this is a very well done figure. The sculpt is really good. She looks great. She looks very screen accurate. Let's just, you know, Hasbro, get some accessories to put in these hands, please. That's all I ask. Stay tuned for more Black Series reviews. Check out some of our other content here on rebelscum.com. And like and subscribe to our YouTube and social media while checking the website daily for daily Star Wars fan content. Check out our non-Star Wars fan website, cooltoyreview.com, where you can see all kinds of awesome toy news, video reviews, and other content there. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Cool Toy Review YouTube channel and Bay 12 YouTube channel for our non-Star Wars toy-related review and other video fan content. If you're looking for some awesome Star Wars toys, collectibles, and other merch, check out Order 66 Toys, the world's official all-collectible Star Wars toy store. They go live every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Order 66 Toys Facebook page, and they ship all around the world. And last but not least, make sure you go to our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com, and mark off your Morgan Elsbeth in your collection if you've picked her up, or mark her on your want list if you haven't been able to find one yet, mark her if you have her pre-ordered still for some reason, or mark her if you're selling her or trading. And guess what? You can send those lists to friends, family, and social media alike, and it's all absolutely free to use. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time, and may the Force be with all of you, you Rebel scum.